Shout out to Charles Barkley. But, he came on and asked the NBA commissioner a really intense question. So it looks like there has been a lot of things going on in the media in regards to domestic violence in the NBA. Two incidents specifically. So my man Charles Barkley took a quick moment to ask the NBA commissioner what he had to think about that. There was no warning. There was no it looks like he was thrown off. But let's quickly jump into why Charles Barkley made the comment. He made the comment because currently, right now, Dwight Howard has denied accusations by a Georgia man who says he was sexually assaulted by the former NBA star and another person. The man who's making this claim, his name is Stephen Harper, and he filed a civil lawsuit against Dwight Howard in July, alleging assault, battery, imprisonment, and intentional infliction of emotional stress. So that is Dwight Howard of the Los Angeles Lakers. So he is currently dealing with this accusation in the media. However, Dwight Howard has denied any accusations. He's saying he did not do it. So that is definitely one of the topics that Charles Barkley is discussing in the comment. So let's hear it.
Go to commercial, but I got a serious question for you. There's a couple of disturbing incidents of domestic violence in the NBA right now. What are we doing to address that? Because that is you can't put your hands on women, man.
So we have two incidents right now, and the incident that Charles Barkley is referring to is the incident with Kevin Porter Jr. So it looks like Kevin Porter Jr. of the Houston Rockets has been charged with a felony for attacking his girlfriend. He attempted to strangle her and he left her with a broken bone. So he is currently being charged with a felony.
Oh, wow.
So it looks like that's what Charles Barkley was referring to when he asked Adam Silver and put the NBA commissioner on the spot and asked him, what are we doing in regards to domestic violence?
He gave a, political answer.
Well,
I didn't want to play. It was a little too long. But
yeah, I mean, he basically said, a quick synopsis of that is, he was like, we have protocols set in place for people who have been accused.
Yeah.
And not convicted.
He put emphasis on that word, accused.
Yeah, so he definitely was dotting his I's and crossing his T's. He didn't want to get into the smoke with Charles Barkley.
He was caught off guard too. He
definitely was. But you know what? Shout out to Charles Barkley for asking the question. I think issues like that in the NBA need to be discussed. There needs to be conversations. There needs to be policies and procedures set in place for things like this to happen. Let's be honest.
Yeah, word up. Shout out to Charles Barkley.
I just think that a lot of the issues that either the NBA and the NFL deal with, they like to be more, instead of being proactive, they're reactive. Always going to be the groupies waiting for them at the hotels, always going to be the groupies when they get off the buses. So, I mean, we just got to be real. Ideally, you know what I mean? There's not a lot of men, and they say this, there's not a lot of men in the NBA that truly stay committed.
Yeah.
It is really hard.
Yeah, I would say it would be pretty hard to work all them days away from your family and, not see them, be in other cities, other towns, have to, just see them through the iPhone, FaceTime and stuff like that. So I can see how that would break up a lot of families. Just like
has to be policies and procedures and educational stuff that these young players kind of go through. Just like you go to college, you get freshman orientation. Like you come into the NBA, have a freshman orientation. You sit these folks down, you let them know, like, hey, listen, you're going to get into an argument with your girlfriend. You're going to be, the money's going to make you go crazy. Like these.
Yeah, I think all them teams need like a marriage counselor on deck.
No, they definitely need a marriage counselor, but they also need to do education. Like people don't understand. They're coming into a lot of money and a lot of fame overnight. That's like waking up one day and your Instagram is like at 3 million. You don't even know what happened. You know what I mean?
So
So
you know you went viral.
Exactly. But you wouldn't know how to handle that. You know, so I think for a lot of these kids coming in 18, 19 years old, look at Zion. Zion Williamson is a very good example of a kid that came into the NBA that everybody thought was going to be the next LeBron.
Everybody or you?
Wow, listen, I was buying into the hype, okay?
Because I told you he was going to be
Hold
a wash.
on. As soon as his foot came out that shoe, I was like, bro, legendary. Yo, his foot came out of the shoe, bro. That's like you was playing ball.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I bought into the hype.
Nah, I knew he was gonna be a wash.
They were selling out NCAA tickets like you couldn't even go to a game to go watch him. Forget about it. And now he turned into a wash. Drop a bomb. He did not live up to his hype. I mean, listen, no offense to the brother, but I can tell you right now what I feel like.
It was a lot of pressure on him.
It was a lot of pressure.
Too much.
Too much pressure to live up to the expectation. Yo, did you ever see the scouting videos of Zion Williamson?
I mean, those videos look like he's playing with like toddlers.
And they made him out to be Superman.
I know,
he was like just dunking on everybody.
Yeah, they look crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
So look, he had big shoes to fill, and then he comes into the A, and there's another thing. There's girls. There was whole alleged text messages where he was like, asking girls to come over and like whatever, and he paid them, like,
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was like, money. Yo, come through, blah, 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 I'll buy you. Like he was, but again, look, he's coming in. He never had this much fame, this much. And right there, you just fall into the matrix. So I do think that Charles Barkley, shout out to you. You made a good call by putting him on the spot. I think a lot of these people need to like be put on the spot like that. I understand the politics of things, but at the end of the day, it's a real issue that needs to be resolved. So shout out to Charles Barkley.